Imagine you're a leaf which just dropped off a eucalyptus tree in the tropics, captured by the flow of the wind and eventually landing in the ocean, where you get decomposed until you only consist of nutrients and carbon. As a nitrate molecule, you travel further because of the thermohaline circulation. But before you continue the journey, what exactly is this thermohaline circulation? It is an oceanic process driven by temperatures and salinity gradients, which play a crucial role in climate regulation. Around the tropics, the temperatures are high and therefore the water evaporates, which removes water particles from the ocean. This means that the salinity of the warm current increases. These effects result in a journey to the north. When you arrive at the North Atlantic, you pass the freezing border. As salt particles are not incorporated into the ice, the water becomes more salty. Colder water with higher salinity is denser, causing more water particles to surround you. You feel the effect of the gravity on the water mass around you while sinking to the ocean floor. Then you move to the opposite direction, towards the tropic. In the tropics, you feel the water getting warmer, caused by the mixing of heat into the ocean due to wind and tides, which makes you rise towards the surface of the ocean, where the circle starts again. You would think this nitrogen could circulate forever until it's taken by an organism. However, climate change could get in the way. Due to climate warming, the glaciers and ice sheets start to melt, causing lower salinity in the ocean around the Atlantic. Another process affecting salinity is increased moisture transfer towards the north, leading to precipitation and reduced salinity, resulting in less dense water that could potentially disrupt the circulation. Therefore, nitrogen particles in the northern Atlantic are not being able to sink to the deep oceans, but floating endlessly in the same area. This does not only apply for you, but also for the oxygen. This means that less nutrients are supplied to the biota in the surface of the ocean. This impact on nutrient and oxygen circulation could result in species compositions to change in ocean and terrestrial systems. For example, due to nutrients entering coastal waters can result in algal bloom. When these algae die and decompose, bacteria use oxygen from the water to make this process happen. Therefore, a lack of oxygen in the ocean is the result. Because of the heat transfer to higher latitudes that stops, the northern hemisphere would cool down and the southern hemisphere would become warmer when the thermohaline circulation stops. It could be that more ice formation will be the result, potentially leading to an increase in albedo. Also, the sea level at the northern of the Atlantic would rise because normally the deep waters are formed in this area. But due to the absence of the circulation, this process doesn't occur. Furthermore, the thermal equator will move southwards. Now, this sounds pessimistic. However, we can prevent this from happening. Multiple actions are already undertaken or can be undertaken to retard and reduce the climate from changing, so that this extreme outcome will not become reality. Firstly, switching from fossil fuels like oil and natural gas to green energy such as wind, solar, and hydroelectric power. Also by implementing policies with regard to carbon taxes or incentives to limit the carbon footprint. Furthermore, sustainable transportation, raising awareness and protecting the forest could help. And you might be wondering, where do I start? What can I personally do to fight climate change? Well, you can start by providing your home with green power and lower the amount of gas use. This by air drying your clothes and taking cold showers, which not only save energy but are also good for you too. And instead of taking the car to the groceries, try biking or walking and enjoy the fresh air while you do so. And if you're not in a good mood to face the supermarket crowd, why not start your own kitchen garden? That way, you hardly need to shop at all. Even though sometimes it feels like you're overloaded with messages about climate change, remember that small actions like biking instead of driving can add up to a greener future for everyone and thus keep enhancing the thermohaline circulation. Let's do our bit to make the world a better place.